Hello everyone, my name is James Callagher and this is Gerard Nus, the assistant coach at the Greece national team. It's fantastic to meet you.
Hi.
Obviously I've grown up a big fan of football and I don't know if you can tell by my accent, I'm from Liverpool, so and I'm a big Liverpool supporter.
I can tell that.
Can you? Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah.
I was there a few years, so I learned a little bit the Scouse accent. It was challenging at the beginning, I have to be honest.
Yeah, but it's like a different language, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
You don't understand the English, right?
Exactly, yeah. And my dad is really Scouse. Sometimes I don't understand what he's saying.
Wow.
But obviously, before we were just speaking about with the Mediterranean education too. You gave a great talk to the young footballers, potential footballers or potential coaches in the future. You spoke about the mental side of the game, the industry, where you were talking about how you can overcome obstacles, and that mentality really took you through your career. Just talk a little bit about that.
Well, I basically just explained a little bit what has been happening, in my journey, during my career and my life, because obviously one thing is completely attached to the other, link. And I just told them what I truly believe, which is you need to have a determination, a clear target, and even life will take you to ups and downs, but it definitely helps when you know what you want to achieve. It's not only about the final achievement, it's through the journey. Try to learn every day, try to get the most from the situation, and don't look for excuses. Just see the positive as much as you can. And in my case, I've been in many places in the world because I thought that was the opportunity that came up, and it didn't stop me because it was in South Korea or I had to travel to Africa or whatever. I just saw this was a professional team or a professional national side, like it was Ghana or right now with Greece. And I was a good challenge, why not? And I took those decisions at those timings, and I'm really happy that I did it. Now I'm a better coach, obviously, than what I was years ago, and that was a little bit the message today. It was, through this invitation, from Mediterranean education too. I like to share also those moments because not many years ago I was like one of those kids. I was someone starting with a lot of passion, a lot of dreams all at the same time, and definitely would help me to have people that would bring me inspiration, advices, helps like that. So I like it really much to do so.
You speak about having that when at that age, these lads have got now such a great experience speaking to you, speaking to the different coaches out here in Spain. It's a different way of football out here, and I'm sure it is a different way of football in Greece as well. But you spoke about when you were a young man, speaking to Stuart Gelling, the head of Mediterranean education too. How important was it having that almost a mentor, someone who saw a bit of himself in you and thought, I'm going to give this young boy a chance? How important was that?
It was a massive look for someone really young to go and be part of Liverpool FC, Liverpool Academy at that time was massive. I explained before, obviously it's the part side, the experience, but also the language. I didn't speak at all English, no Scouse either. But that was, fantastic in many, many ways. And I have great memories. I learned a lot. After that, also, because I met the people of the first team, helped me to become a part of it. But you need to remember in life, everything has a start. Obviously, that was a massive thing in my career and my life, my journey. And I always going to be thankful, thanks to Stuart. And what is he doing here? It gives chances to kids to. Obviously, it's impossible to have exactly the same journey, and there are many different ways that you could be successful in sports. But definitely, I think it helps to have people that believes in you and gives you those chances. But you need to bring also, and
of course, yeah.
It's not just waiting for someone. Is someone gonna knock on my door? No, this is not how it works. You have to look for the opportunities, and when you have it, do the best that you can. And if it doesn't work, look for the next one.
You spoke about when you were talking about taking criticism, how be humble enough to realise that yeah, maybe they do have a point. Maybe I can work on that aspect, but also know that it's not just my fault.
Yeah.
There is other aspects, and I
That's
think
right.
that's something that not a lot of young kids may have coming into any industry, not just football. What was there someone in your life that gave, maybe a parent, a guardian, a brother, a sister, who gave you that sort of mentality, or was it just?
I think through the journey, I couldn't say just one. I think a little bit of, you getting all this knowledge from all the experiences, and it's a tough one because it's a thin line. You need to have your own personality to be strong in some points, some moments. You cannot get yourself down and get destroyed by whatever doesn't work well. But at the same time, as you just mentioned, and we spoke before with the kids, is that you need to be humble and you need to know that, okay, you don't know everything and you could be wrong, you can have mistakes. So in a way, it's a learning process, and for sure, whatever happens in the future is, you can have mistakes again, but it's not going to be the same ones. That's the one that you have to minimize as much as possible.
Exactly. Over the course of sporting in general, we've had so many big names talk about, the Ronaldos of football and the Kobe Bryants of basketball, as I'm sure you're aware. They speak about the beauty is the journey.
Yeah.
There's a book called The Alchemist, I don't know if you've read it, and it speaks about having that jewel the whole time, you're on that journey. How, when you have that perspective on life, it creates sort of a magic that you don't feel as much as you want to get to an end result.
Yeah.
The journey along the way is the jewel that you're searching for. How have you experienced that in your own life?
I think that is a fantastic point. Enjoy the day today. Even that moment. To see someone that is interested with the same that I am. With the sports and education. Again, Mediterranean education too. That's it's about education. And okay, because I'm from Barcelona, this is Mediterranean, so we see already like words that come along really well, and this is what I believe. I really enjoyed this morning. It's not only about them; it's also about myself. I really enjoyed. No, because I was talking about the stories of myself. No, because I hope some of them they could get something from today, and hopefully they're gonna remember, they're gonna use it in the future. And if that only help just a few of them, I'm more than pleased. I think life is a lot about that, and it's not only what you can take from life to you, it's also what can you share, and that honestly makes me really happy.
It's fantastic that you've got a platform that you've achieved such great things in your career. Obviously, recently you were the head coach with France versus Greece, and you got a 2-2 draw. I mean, that's a fantastic result against arguably the greatest
It was
side.
massive. It was
Huge.
massive. Obviously, the head coach, which is Gaspoyet, did the 99.9% because he prepared the squad, obviously with the support of the coaching staff, and obviously I'm one of those as assistant coach, but. At the same time, I enjoyed those moments when I was there, and unfortunately he was not in the bench because the previous sanction, the red sent off that he got in the previous game. But yes, I like to have the clear image and the knowledge that it was that satisfaction of getting that good result, and first because it was good for him, for the team, and obviously for myself as well.
After the game, you must have been ecstatic. I mean, going home later on and after everything's calmed down, the dust settled, what was your thought process? Were you proud of yourself, or did you think, right, now what's the next thing? What have we got to do tomorrow?
Normally when these things happen, you don't feel as happy as you're going to feel later. In few hours or few days, you're going to feel, wow, actually we did that. We play against the best team in the world, and I'm saying the best national team in the world because actually if they could get the 3 points from that game, they could finish the year in the top of the FIFA ranking worldwide. So they could overtake Argentina, which now, because they draw, they're still in second position, France. And I know it's just the FIFA ranking, and maybe that would not, for some people maybe it doesn't mean too much, but for us, the ones that we work in a national level, it does a lot. Wherever you are, in which position you are, it gives you a lot of importance. Also in the draws, in the next competitions, whatever you are in the pot 1, 2, 3. If you are in the 3 or 4, then you have big chances of you're going to play against teams that are in a better group, so that makes whatever qualification is really tough. So that's why it's important every game, even friendlies, it's important to get well, to perform, and hopefully win.
Huge result. Throughout your career, obviously football is a very complex game. You know, you can have the average fan, me, myself included, where you watch the game and you think, oh, he should be there, and then you actually delve deeper into the behind the scenes and what goes on, you know, yourself technically. Throughout your life when you were younger to the stage you're at now, what was that education
I'm younger as well, by the way.
I'm saying younger,
yeah.
But you know, I mean, you have got a huge amount of time to accomplish wherever you want to go. But the education process, I think, for everyone is so important. What was your education process like? That thirst for knowledge, also that passion to want to learn to get to where you want to be.
Definitely, education is a part of it. You must be educated in the best way possible, and it's something that never stops. You know, and I was first with a sports science degree, obviously with all the coaching courses, all this helped me to have those basics. But then you need to have real time, and by that I mean to be in a team, to be in a group of players with the rest of the coaching staff. You need to get minutes, be in situations. Facing those problems would make you, learn from those. Actually, it's no one that comes from a theoretical class and already knows everything.
Yeah.
No way. Many times, by the way, the practice and the theory, it's completely different story. So it's important that we have both education always, but also the real situation, the real context, the real scenario.
It's been absolutely fantastic speaking to you. I'd love to speak to you longer. You're one of those people where you just bounce off because you've got so much wisdom to share. It's been fantastic listening to you today and having an insight into the game. So thank you very much.
Thank you.